and welcome to my channel Data Science Nerd. So today we will be continuing our Pandas Python series and we will see some more important topics in Pandas. So today we will discuss few topics. So I'm going to write it down. What are the topics that I am going to discuss today? So I have already made two videos on data analysis using Python. So anyone who has not watched that video, please go to the two videos which covers the basics of pandas. Go and watch them because they are very important to like advance your level in pandas. So we will see what are the topics that we are going to discuss today, and today is a very important video, so don't miss it. Okay, don't miss it, don't skip it, just watch the complete video because it contains a lot of important operations which might help you in doing the data analysis. So what we are going to see today, the first thing that we are going to see today is we will see hierarchical indexing, okay, in pandas. This is the first topic that we are going to discuss. The second topic that we are going to discuss is merge and join operations in pandas. So what is the difference between merge versus join in pandas? Okay. Third topic that we are going to discuss is group by operations. I hope you know this because you already have done this in SQL. We have already discussed a complete SQL lecture. So anyone who has not watched those videos, go to the playlist. I have made a separate playlist on SQL. So anyone who has not seen it, just go and watch that complete lectures because it contains a lot of questions that are asked in interview, which are mid or hard level questions. So everything is already discussed in detail. And the last topic for today's lecture we will be discussing is, which will be like handling missing data, okay, or missing values, that we have already discussed some basics yesterday. And after this is today's one, okay. Then tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is time series analysis in Python. This is very important, okay. This time series analysis is asked as a separate skill actually, okay. It is asked as a separate skill in many interviews, okay. So this time series analysis is very important. So we will see first hierarchical indexing and then we will write the code for it as well, okay. This is how we are going to do. Then after time series analysis in this video only, after this next I will cover how to draw pivot tables in pandas. That is very easy, not a big problem, but these are some important topics, okay, that we are going to cover. I think this thickness is little bit higher. Let me reduce it. Okay, so can anybody tell me from the like name, what is the meaning of hierarchical indexing? So do watch this complete video because this is a very important topics, okay. What is hierarchical indexing? Hierarchical indexing, what is it? Let's see this, then we will write a code for it, okay. So it is nothing but a multi-level indexing. What is it is? Multi-level indexing. For example, let's say, let's assume that I am organizing my data into letters. So let's say this is my letter and then I have a number column. So let's say in my A block there are two records that are going to come, which is 1, 2, okay. Then in B there are two records again going to come, which is 1, 2, okay. And then 1, 2 in C. So can you see one particular column, one particular index contains two numbers, this particular index contains two numbers, this particular index contains two numbers. So these both, this letter and number are my index. Now after this letter and number some data will come, let's say a product category or sales value, like that, okay. So but these letter and number are my index. So this is multi-level index. That means see, inside the letter called A, there are two indexes coming, 1 and 2. Similarly for B, similarly for C. So this is what hierarchical index. That means hierarchy starts from here, and this particular node, let's say node. So you might have heard this in trees. So this is particular node has two trees, two subtree. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Two subtree. This is like, can you see this? One A has two. So this is hierarchical indexing. Okay. So I will show this via code also, but can you see that this is like used to this what this particular thing can be used for? So this is used for basically some meaningful representation of data. Some meaningful representation of data. Okay, meaningful representation of data. Okay, so basically we are organizing our data, right? We are better organizing our data. Better organizing our data. Okay. So can you tell me that what is the benefit of doing this multi-level indexing? So it helps in basically, for example, if you want to do slicing of the data. Slicing, you know, right? Slicing, I hope you know this. And if you don't know, search this on Google and try to learn. And slicing, indexing, and grouping based on multi-level. Based on multiple levels. Okay? This is what we are going to do using these things. Okay? Now let's move to, I hope you got this right. So let's see a code for this. Okay, so first, as I already told you, yes, in yesterday's video, what we are going to do first, anybody can tell? We are first going to install pandas. So pip install pandas. Okay, so let it run. I think it's connecting maybe. Let me refresh it once. Okay, so pip install pandas. Okay, okay, now it is connected. Okay, requirement already satisfied. Now we are going to import pandas as pd. Okay, then what we are going to do, let's make some dummy data like data. What we will do, let's make a key value pair. Let's say some values are there, and I am going to give some values. Let's say any random values you can take, 10, 20, 30, 40, like this. Okay, and then what I am going to do is I am going to assign a category to these values, or let's say product. So what will be the product category? So my product categories are let's say product X, product Y, product Z, sorry, and product M, let's say. Okay, so I think our this sample data is ready, right? If I can see data, just let me run it. Okay, it is running fine. So now let's make an index. Okay, what we are doing, so first let's convert this into pd dot, we are going to use here. So this is the function that I am going to use, okay, and this is a predefined function in pandas, okay. Multi-index function. I will show you what it actually does. From, there is a function called from tuples. I will show you what it actually does. So what is the values present? Let's say x and 10, right? These are the values. Then x comma 20, right? Sorry, not x, it is y comma 20, right? No, it's okay, x, because I am going to make a multi-level model here, okay. So now let's say I'm giving y comma 10, and then y comma 20, and then z comma 10, and then z comma 20. So instead of x, y, z, I will take a, b, b, c, c, because x, y, z I have already taken as a product category, so that's why I'm not using it in an index, okay. Now tell me what I want to name my indexes. These are multi-level index, right? So I want to name my indexes. So let's say I assign these multi-level indexes as names equal to, let's say anything, index 1 and index 2, okay. This is what I have assigned them. Now can you tell me what I can do after doing this? So after this, see, this particular thing, this one, this is my index, okay. I have made a separate multi-level index. Now I am going to make my data frame, in which I am going to like convert that data, this particular data I am going to convert it into a data frame, okay. And after data frame, and what I will convert, data is my data frame which I am going to convert into data frame, right? This particular variable where I have stored my data, I am going to convert it into a data frame. And what are the indexes that I am going to assign? I am going to assign index equal to index, because index is the name that I have given to them. Now let's print this, okay. Let's see how the data comes. What is the error? Oh, okay. One second. I 6 level index I meant, right? So then 50, 60, M, N, O. Have you seen that why it was not giving this earlier? Can you tell me? It was not giving because the length of the index does not match with the length of the data. That means I have made, if I have made two indexes, three indexes, let's say, so I am going to assign three values only, right? If I have made only three indexes and I will assign six values, how will it work, right? It will not work, right? Three indexes should have three values. It's as simple as that, right? So the length of the indexes does not match with the length of the data. This is what the error says, okay. So see, if you learn these things by errors, right, your learning will be exponential. Trust me, this is my personal experience that I have gone through in this data journey of my few years of data journey. If you learn by the errors that you face, that learning can never ever be replaced by any other thing. That's the best learning. Okay. See, I don't remember anything here, right? I'm just doing live in front of you, right? I am not taking some code from somewhere internet and just writing and just run query, right? I'm just trying to explain you in very simple term. I'm making random data in front of you. I'm trying to run. I don't even remember the syntax, but I'm getting error, but still I'm trying to resolve it in front of you. So just see that these lectures that I'm making, right? I'm not just coming from somewhere, just taking some random data from somewhere and just already taken code. I'm just writing here by copying from somewhere. This is not what I'm doing. I'm doing just like I do in my practical life. I'm doing in front of you so that you can understand it what I'm doing. Okay. Otherwise you can also learn, right? You have multiple resources. You have free resources on LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. You can go and find out, right? But this is the differentiator that I wanted to have in my YouTube channel, that I should do it in front of you by facing errors. By I also get stuck, but I try to resolve it. How do I approach it? If you see these things, you will learn more. You will not learn more just by watching a simple lecture. Okay. This is a, see, I'm just first I'm explaining it in whiteboard, then I'm coming to here, then I'm writing the code for the same. I don't remember all these codes, right? So do focus. Okay. You will learn a lot, trust me. Okay, let's see the second thing that we are going to learn. So can anybody tell me that do you know that there are two basically functions in pandas, which is join and merge? Can you tell me what are these things? Actually, first see, join and merge, both are same actually, but there is a minute difference. I will tell you. Both are used to basically combine two data frames. Both are used to combine two data frames. Okay. But what is merge function? So merge function basically, you join it here, you join two data frames based on parameter. I will explain you everything in by a code as well. Okay, just listen it. Merge, how do we join? We join merge using the on parameter and how parameter. That means on which field you want to merge and how do you want to merge. Okay, one thing. Now join is also used for the same. One second. Now join is also used for the same. But what is the difference? Can you tell me? This particular function performs join on index by default. It performs the join on index by default. The only difference between join and merge is, in merge you have more control over the columns on which you are going to join your data frames. Listen carefully. In merge, you have more control on the columns on which you are going to join your data frame. In join, it actually uses the index of the data frame to join two data frames. Okay? So, for example, let me show you. At in most of the cases, right, your output will remain same, but what will change, I will show you. Why it's not going? Okay, let it be. Let's use a different pen. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let's say I have a data let's say A has 1 2 3, B has 4 5 6, and index are x y z. Okay, index are x y z. Okay, now what we are going to do is, so it is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and here is A B C 7 8 9. Okay, let's assume this is the, now let's say I have another let's say what we call index. Okay, y z w. Okay, y z w, here x y z. So can you tell me, if I perform the join, okay, if I perform the join, what will be actually these join will be performed on? So these indexes are there, right? X y z w z w, these are the fields. When I use join, these are the fields where join is going to be performed. Okay, now this, the important thing is how we are going to join. So how means the type of the join where that we are going to use. It is outer, inner, left, right. Okay, and if you have used Spark, right, Spark, you might have heard of PySpark. In PySpark, I don't know whether in Pandas it is there or not, but in PySpark there is another type of join which is called left anti join. This is for those records. It is like when I write a where condition is equal, and I write, let's say, where employee ID from some table, let's say, from where employee ID not in some particular record. Okay, not in. So these type of join are used for that purpose only. Where I am I'm just removing non-matching records. Okay, this is how the join is used. Okay, so for example, let's take some data. Let's do this on code. Okay, so for example, let's say make a data frame df1. Okay, pd dot data frame. What I can write, I can again make a key value pair. Let's say assign a value to some variable called, let's say, 1 2 3. Okay, then what I will do is, I will assign a b variable, and the values that I will assign is, let's say, anything 4 5 6. Okay, and then index I will assign as index equal to any random what we took in that explanation, xyz. Let's take xyz only, x y z. Okay, I hope you got this right. It's an easy one. Now let's say I am making another data frame which is df2. So how will df2 work? Oh, sorry, df2 also I will assign here, and I will write df2, and then I will name something else, let's say c and d, and I will write 4 5 6 7 8 9 7 8, and then 9, and to this I will assign, let's say, 10 11 12. Okay, I'm just making it easier for you so that you can easily understand. 10 11 12. for example. Now index, I will assign it something, let's say y, z is, and let's say w. Okay, this is what the index that I have assigned. What is expected after dictionary key, where I have missed it? See, just tell me where I have missed it. Something. Something is missing. Something is missing. Where it is missing? After expected dictionary key. Okay. This is where I missed it. Because I don't need this here, but I need this there. Okay, because this is my column and this is my indexes. Module pandas has no attribute data frame because f should be capital, and here also f should be capital. Data frame is a predefined function attribute in pandas library, so now it ran right. So let's merge this pf, right? mdf. Now what I will use, pd.merge function on what I will use on df1 comma df2. These two I am going to merge on. Now this is join that I'm explaining. First explain join, because merge I have not told you, right? I told you that this is similar, but just to explain first. So I will join it. So pd.join. So I will use here df1.join. Okay, that means I'm going to join my data frame 1 with data frame 2, and let's say the join type is, let's say, left, for example. Let's run it. Okay, it has ran. Let's run this and see how the output looks like. Can you see? Can you see the data? You can see, right? Now this is how we are going to perform the joins. You can check one more thing, which is how the df1 looks like and how the df2 looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. Can you tell me why c and d values have uh, NaN values? Can anybody tell? Just think about it. Okay, if you think about it, this is exactly the same thing what you do in SQL, but you have to think it and you have to try it. Okay, so just try it and let me know if you have any doubt on it, because this is very easy, right? It is not a very like tough task or something like that. You are just making a join, nothing else. So now what is the difference between merge and join? So while merging, what we will do is, let's say we will make a MERDF, and then how will I merge it? I will join pd dot merge and df1 comma df2, and let's say left index equal to true, then right index equal to true. Can you see what I am doing? Can you guess it? Even if you don't know, you will be able to. How, let's say, inner. I hope you actually understand this, but just that you might not recalling this at this moment. But it actually you understand all this, because this is nothing but what I'm doing is actually a SQL thing, none other than that. Okay, can you tell me why only Y and Z record is coming and why X and W records are going? Because when I'm merging these two PF, I'm doing a inner join on my left index equal to 2, right index equal to true, and inner. That means this YZ and this YZ gets joined. But since X and W are not present, don't have a common column in between two data frames, it gets dropped. Because this is how inner join works like. Inner join works like this only, right? I hope you know this at least, because this is extreme basic thing. Inner join is what? Inner join is, let's say two circles are there, Venn diagram I explained. So this is inner join, right? The data, the common data between the two tables or data frames or anything. This is inner join, right? Same thing is happening there, right? There is nothing different. So this is what it's going on here. I hope now you understand it, right? So when I say that merge, when I use a merge, I have more control over the columns on which I am going to combine my data frames. Okay, here I have done on index, but I can do it on any column. Okay, this is what I have in basically merge and join. Okay, I hope now you got that what is the difference between merge and join. Okay, now what else we can do? So let's understand one more thing because it is left. Let's change the pen color. Okay, let's see group by clause in pandas. I hope you know this very well because you have done this multiple times in SQL, and there is no difference between SQL and this, just that it's the data frame that gets a different syntax, none other than that. So you already know what is the meaning of group by, right? So let's say I have a product category which gets sold on different dates. Let's say I have a mobile phone iPhone 15. Okay, now I sold it on day one, let's say uh, two quantities and price is common, then three quantities, price is common, four quantities, price is common. I want to know that what is my total sale. Okay, total sale in, let's say, a particular month. So let's say we have a product, I have a month, and I have a total sales amount. So I want to know that all the transactions that are done on iPhone 15 in and all the months, I want to know that how many are how many like what is the total sales of the iPhone 15 in month 1. So what I will do, I will do just product month and then sum of total revenue in SQL, right? And group by 1 and 2. That means group by product and month. This is what I will do in SQL, right? This is the meaning of group by clause. So now, how will I use it in pandas? So the syntax of using it in pandas is, it will be used like, let's say, group by, how will I do? So I don't have sample data, but I'm just showing you the syntax. So how will I use group by? Okay, now group by, let's say I want to group it by based on a category called product. Okay, now after product, what I want to do is I have grouped it by on product. Now I want to perform the sum of sales. So what I will do, in square bracket, so whatever group by I have to do, the column which I will put in open brackets. Okay, then in square bracket, it is the operation that I am going to perform. That means sales dot sum. Can you see this? This is group by product and sum of sales amount. Okay, sum of sales amount based on the product. This will give me. This is how we are going to use group by. Okay, you can see it, right? It is nothing but grouping it by, and exactly the same syntax what we have in SQL. Just that some differences there because we are working on a data frame, right? So I already told you that pandas is a very powerful library. If you master it right, you have ample opportunities in data domain jobs. So that's why I'm just see, can you, have you seen that anybody explaining like this from a scratch, even explaining that how the join works? I am explaining in a whiteboard, then I'm coming to this uh, Google Colab, the IDE, Python IDE, where I'm just showing you how to code, what is happening in the code, how the output is getting found. And this is not what I have, I'm not just copy pasting from other, I'm writing in front of you, thinking some random data, so that even if I face error, that is okay, because I want to learn all these things. I'm not a master of everything, right? So it's it's just that it's a collaboration between you and me, okay? We both together are learning. This is the mindset that you should have, and this is the mindset that you should follow whenever you come to my channel and watch my videos, okay? So I think this video got extended a bit, but no problem. So these are the some basic operation that we have seen today, and tomorrow we will see some other basic operation. If the time permits, we will see the time series analysis. Okay, time series analysis is very important. So if you have learned something from this video, do subscribe to the channel, do share it with your friends or any data folks who are working or want to work in this domain. Okay. I hope you liked my video. Please do comment down your queries, like the video, subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. We will meet again tomorrow. Okay. Thanks.